Hi everybody, thanks again for watching another episode of Economics. I am also the author of Start Me Up, the No Business Plan, which is a great book if you want to start a business, or if you're currently in a business and you're a little stagnant. This gets you out of the quicksand and actually gets you going, focusing on the important aspects of a business without having to waste your time with a business plan. That's the whole purpose, right? The purpose of starting a business is to make money. It's not to give things away. You can do that if you want, but you got to make money in the process. That's the whole point, or else you're a charity. And speaking of which, getting stuck. I was thinking about this earlier. I was talking to somebody who basically, sometimes I put quotes out there on Facebook and on Twitter, and occasionally I have people reach out to me and say, you know what, I was stuck, and thanks for this tweet or this post or status update. And after that, my mind changed, and I started becoming more inspired. I want to talk a little bit today about some principles for how to deal with if you're stuck. Part of why we get stuck is very simple. It's easy to quit. It's easier to quit than going through the pain or the process of rejection or failure. We would rather, instinctively, most people would rather quit than go through pain and rejection and failure. But the people who overcome do so because they stayed committed to the process. The thing I always tell people is this: you have to fall in love with the process. You have to fall in love with the process of what you're going through. You have to fall in love with the experience that you're going through and what you're learning. Because if you don't, that's when you'll end up quitting. So real quick, one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you revisit your goals and your dreams as much as possible. I'm a huge fan of goal setting. I'm a huge fan of dreams. I'm a huge fan of writing stuff down. I write my dreams down, my goals and dreams down at least once a week. I used to do it every day. I can't do it anymore every day, but I do it at least once a week. The average person, which is why they're average, writes it down maybe once a year. The losers never write them down. So you hear that? The losers never write their goals down. The average person writes them once a year. You know when that is? January 1st, January 2nd, when they're hungover. They say, I want to do this. I want to lose weight. I want to start a business, blah, blah, blah. And the next year comes around, December 31st, nothing has changed. They've done nothing. Done squatoosh, right? You know why? Because there's no reminder of what you decided to do. So the first principle I want to share with you is write your goals down as frequently as possible. I write my goals down when I lose. I write my goals down when I have a setback. So if I try to do something and something doesn't work or doesn't come to fruition the way in which I thought it would, or the timing, I write my goals down again. I need to remind myself. So I do it every week at least. And I also write them down when I lose. The second principle I want to share with you is you want to share this with somebody who can keep you accountable, like an accountability partner, but not just anybody. Right? So right now you're thinking, I'll call my friend. Don't. Because your friend who's working his 9-to-5 job, who doesn't really care about entrepreneurship, is not going to keep you accountable, because they'll just basically egg you on to quit. They'll say, why don't you just quit? It's not going to work. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have the experience. And we let this weed killer, basically they're weed killers, like weed killers. It's like bring weed killer in your food. And basically all it is just comes in and it kills all the real flowers. Right, weed killer is good because it kills weeds, but if the wrong weed killer can also kill the nice flowers. And so the same thing happens with words and little sayings that you get from people who are in your life. Friends, family, the person sleeping next to you can say the same thing. Why don't you rest? Why do you work so hard? Money won't make you happy. You need work-life balance. Dreams don't know anything about a clock. Success doesn't care about a clock or excuses. Success cares less about any of that stuff. You have to make a decision. So that's my third principle, is make a decision. Decide today that you want to actually commit to the process and to getting your business or your dream off the ground. It could be a business. It doesn't have to be a business. It could be something like going to school and getting a degree, passing a particular type of exam. It could be going after the girl of your dreams. It could be getting the job of your dreams. You need to find out how this process works. You need to find out the best ways to attack it. You need to get accountability partners to help. So again, the three principles again is you got to write your dreams down as more than once. It has to be frequent, because you have to remind your mind and your body and your soul why you do this shit. Why do you do it? You got to remind yourself that. That's why the goals have to be written down at least frequently. Again, I do it once a week. Do as frequently as you possibly can. Second thing is, right, you have to find an accountability partner. Get somebody who's on the same path as you. Someone who's next with you, who's doing whatever you're doing and understands what you're doing. Because they will keep you accountable. When you say to somebody, hey, Bill, who's trying to do the same thing, I want to do X, Y, and Z. And a month from now, Bill will ask you, whatever happened to X, Y, and Z? And then you'll say, shit, I haven't done anything with it. You're right. and you can get fired up again. That person is going to sizzle you and cook you to actually try and be great, because nothing else pays. Again, these principles are important because it'll help you stay motivated. That's what matters. You got to learn the process, fall in love with the process, get an accountability partner, write your goals and dreams down on a regular basis. You got to make sure you do these things. It will increase your chances of success. I guarantee it. Again, chances aren't given, chances are taken. So be bold and go get it.